Oh yes, part number 3. It has printed completely, got a good solid brim all the way around the bottom, adhering it to the build plate. Let's pull it out of there and see about this here. See about getting this separated from the build plate. I'm gonna get this little guy, start over here on the corner, and just turn up just the brim. I go all the way along it, turn the brim up. Like a snapback. 5950. And you can lean the whole thing away from you. I gotta free it a little more. It's hard to do this with one hand. Next week I'm gonna have a tripod or a headband or something. Okay, cool. So I got it pulled off. We're gonna peel this brim. Brim coming off. This one's gonna have a little bit of support material that we need to remove, although some of it's actually coming off with the brim. So you can see what's happening here is, let me get just the edge up. This piece, it looks like, it's got this post in the middle, and then there's kind of a shoulder on this side, and there's a shoulder on this side. So what happens is when it prints, you got your brim that adheres it to the build plate, and then you got this little piece. This is your support. So this is what makes like a little table, so that whenever these layers here are printing, they have like something to sit on top of in the printer. So that little piece, that support, it's got to come off. Let me finish getting the brim. See, like sometimes I got my settings in Slicer figured out pretty good, where like basically my supports kind of just fall away whenever I pull on them. I will probably do a different video where I walk everybody through what my settings are in Slicer. But I basically just tweaked some settings that I got from some people on Reddit. There's a Reddit whatever called FalseCAD. It's like a lot of people who print like firearms and accessories and stuff like that. I would say from my personal experience so far, I would say maybe like at least half of the people in the 3D printing hobbyist community are 3D printing firearms. So whenever you start to look for information about settings and strategies for doing this or doing that, that community has done a lot of trial and error. They've done a lot of the research to kind of know what's a good starting point and that kind of thing. Okay, so I got the support peeled off all the way around the bottom. Now there's a little bit of stranding right here. It's like kind of frayed inside that radius. That's probably not going to be an issue because this whole thing is going to get like bondoed and painted. But this is just an example of, it's basically kind of a factor of what your layer height is. So I printed these on low quality because it prints much faster. Low quality pushes out a string that is 0.3 millimeters. So because it's kind of big, the gap between the strands is also kind of big. So if I just show you a little picture, like if I got like big circles, the gaps between the big circles are also really big because like geometry or whatever. All right. But if I have a bunch of little circles, like there's still gaps between the circles, but they're comparatively so small because geometry or whatever, like because the circles are smaller, the gaps between them are smaller. So as a result, what ends up happening whenever you like print lower quality, your chance of having stuff like this happen increases because of that phenomenon. So you know, you could, if this was an issue and we wanted to avoid it, we could print it on higher quality, which would print with a smaller string of plastic, which is gonna be more likely to or be less likely to fray like this. However, whenever you print with higher quality, it also like really increases the time of the print considerably. So on something like this that's got to get finished after all the parts are printed anyway, it's got to get like paint and whatever, all the other, it's going to get like a surface layer of coating on it with color and that kind of thing. Basically, we're not really going to worry about it. I'm just kind of, really what I'm doing is I'm just pulling away the loose strands. And also, like, so there's some little things here on this edge. This little piece of support is like, needs to be removed more precisely, but that's all something whenever we get to the assembly process. You know, all these things are going to have to get a higher degree of like finishing. So everything's going to get sanded. And okay, so here's what we're looking at right now. Here's my back left helmet shell. This is the front left bottom helmet shell. Lines up just like that. And then here's my front right bottom helmet shell. Next thing we're going to print is this one right here. I'm not going to be here for the most part today, so I'm just setting the printer to print. And because I already printed this piece and I saw it print successfully, I feel like if we print this piece, which is essentially almost just like a mirror image of this piece, we have like a stronger chance of being able to assume with confidence that it may print correctly. Whereas like this piece up here, the like front left top, and over here the front right top, we haven't tried to print either one of those yet. So it could be the case that one of those or both of those parts could have like an exotic issue that I haven't encountered or I don't know to expect because I haven't test run it yet. But because we did do this one and it printed just fine, I feel like we're safer to print this one back here since I'm not going to be here for the whole day to supervise it. So also I figured out, I watched this video about doing YouTube, and basically they were saying on there that like if you record a video, this may not even be true, I don't even know, but this is what they were saying. It's like if you record a video and you upload the video to YouTube, but you upload the video as private, you wait 24, 48 hours for YouTube to like have an opportunity to screen your video or whatever, to like verify what the content of your video is. And then after that 24 to 48 hours of having your video on private, then if you publish it, what happens is you get boosted more in the algorithm because, again, I could be wrong about all this. This is just what I was seeing somebody talk about yesterday. Whenever you first upload something to YouTube, it gets a tiny little bump in the algorithm. That's why, like, when you first upload a video, like in the first couple hours, maybe sometimes you'll get a couple views, and then, you know, whatever, you leave the video up for like a year and a half and it basically never gets any additional views. That's basically because you get that little bump right whenever you first upload the video, and then your video really doesn't get recommended again or not as much unless it's getting some like authentic traffic, like unless YouTube has something to gain by bumping your video again. But you also get a little bump after YouTube is done screening your video. So like if you upload a video to public right away, you get the first little bump from having a new video up, but then that goes away. And then you get another tiny little bump once YouTube is done screening your video 48 hours later. But essentially it's like, it doesn't move the needle, more or less. So then if you upload a video to private first and you give YouTube that 48 hours to screen it, but then you put it public, you're supposed to be getting both of them little bumps at the same time right when you publish the video. So allegedly that's going to help you like get more traffic or something. So I don't know, but long story short, I'm gonna start trying to keep these videos like 2 days out. So in other words, like right now it's Friday, I'm shooting this video. I'm gonna publish this video on Sunday, and I got a video I shot yesterday that I'm gonna publish tomorrow or whatever. I'm still trying to get the schedule straight in my head, but something like that. I'm just gonna try it a couple times and see if I actually see it move the needle or change the numbers or whatever, because I've basically already kind of tapped out my friend group. The first video that I uploaded to this channel, I kind of like spam shared it to a bunch of people on my contacts list. So that first video's got like kind of like a lot of views ish, or not a lot, but like 30. So like for me, that's like a lot. But like all my other videos so far, I got like, you know, I don't know, like 5, 6, 7 views or something like that. So I'm curious to see. It should be pretty easy to tell if this different strategy actually like has an impact or not. Just because the numbers that I'm working with are pretty easy to whatever calculate or, you know, number. Okay, so, you know, same old, we're gonna re-level this plate. I'm gonna pull the plate out and put a nice layer of glue on it. I'm gonna plug my flash drive in right there and print the back right helmet shell. And I'm gonna probably come back here later this evening and swap these parts out again. So thanks everybody, stay tuned.